nothing was the same after the Fire Nation entered. Air, water,
Yeah.
earth.
It's good.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Astrolatea Tea, where we talk about astrology, tea, and everything in between. I am your Virgo host, Victoria.
And I am your Aries host, Molly.
And today we're going to be talking about the full moon in Sagittarius.
Ooh, it's on June 11th.
And we also know that it's a supermoon.
Big energy.
Lots of energy. If you are not ready, honestly, grab a snack and some water because you're going to need it for all this fire.
Yes. Yes. Maybe some ice.
A little bit.
You know.
You need some ice for that burn.
Yeah.
A little
Sick
bit.
burn.
I might need a little ice for that burn.
I do. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Lately, we've been seeing a lot of intense transits, and this is unfortunately no different.
Oh, yeah.
We are ready for the intensity to sort of die down and take a little bit of a detour. That's unfortunately all of what we're doing right here, right now.
Mm-hmm. And it's less about like bracing for impact and more about embracing joy and opportunities and
The truth and the freedom. Yeah.
right.
Reaching into ourselves instead of the spaces around us. With the Gemini, it was all about external, like like helping your internal, but through external things. Yeah. And now we're like, okay, we're doing
literally
external
two-sided.
things.
It was literally like a two-sided thing. If you think about like the two sisters or the two souls,
and it's the intellectual and the communication that's coming together for things to be moving forward.
Now
it's gonna be so different.
Ooh, it's gonna be Bernie
a little bit. Are we ready to jump into it?
Yes.
As a Virgo, I really lean towards the more practical side, a little bit of the planning, the detail orientation. But with all that, I'm trying to take a little bit of the Sagittarius energy and like dig deep and believe and kind of go into the little exploration type of vibe. Instead of taking everything so desperately seriously, taking a little bit of a backseat and a little more freedom, a little more whimsy, a little more romanticizing the life, because it is on the right path. There's just some like struggles right now, and we're gonna get into those.
So as an Aries, Sagittarius is my fellow fire sign, and I love this because it's bold, it's adventurous, and I crave those things all the time. So I'm going to really lean into that, I think.
Really tune into that energy.
Yeah.
This full moon is really about the collective liberation and the individuality that holds with that fire sign. That Sagittarius energy is going to be pushing us out of the boundaries, out of the comfort zones, whether we like it or not. So for most things, you get to have a chance. Yes. But this one you don't, because the full moon is more about release. So there's probably some things that need to be released, whether it's emotional, whether it's actual like people, places, things, work, ideas, or things that you thought were good for you and are now not. But it's a time for us to collectively come together and use all of that goodness from the freedom, from the fire, from everything to kind of really hone in on what we really want for the rest of the year, because we are at the halfway point.
Oh yeah, I can't even believe it.
I don't want to talk
about
it.
I'm like, I'm done.
Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
Yeah, it's over.
It feels like it, because like, and that's why I've been trying to live my best summer-ween life, because like I know I'm gonna blink and it's going to be Halloween, and then it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's done.
Yeah, I know.
And it's all those four things, just like you blink and they're over. And I'm like, I haven't even thought about this month yet.
I know.
But I did. And but I also haven't.
It's wild, because I feel like exactly like once August 1st comes, everything is hyper like fast.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Trailblazing.
Yeah, it's like, zooming. It's on like the high-speed rail has really activated, and we kind of don't really have a choice. It's going to go whether we're on or not. So you can either choose to step on at the station, or you're going to watch it pass you by. And I think that's a lot of what the Sagittarius full moon is representing with. You need to let things go the way they need to be. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're going to be met with so many other struggles for the rest of the year. Yes. This really is your turning point. Like, This is your kind of end all be all moment. We're halfway through the year. Whatever intentions, it doesn't matter if you flopped on like January 1st, February 1st, March, April, May, we're coming into June with new perspective, new energy, new everything, because that sense of urgency is now here. And that fire sign is doing that forward momentum, which we love to see, actually.
And like with Sag, like Sages are always reinventing themselves. So if you didn't do those things, like what Victoria was saying, you can reinvent yourself anytime.
And it doesn't have to be the first of the month.
No,
that was a bad indicator. Middle. Yeah. Doesn't have to be on a lot of people are like, oh, I'll start Monday. No. Why are you waiting for Monday? A Sagittarius wouldn't wait for Monday. A Sagittarius would be like, it's Friday at 3 a.m.
I'm impatient. Let me do this. Yeah.
Let me online search for some new clothes for my new identity right now. Yeah. Let me buy some makeup that's more towards the vibe that I want. Like,
oh yeah.
Let me get it. And then let me get like 2-day shipping so that I can get it like literally by the time whenever I'm feeling the next whim.
It's wonderful. But
chaotic.
And be careful. Don't be like racking up all these bills if you can't afford them. But yes, if you want a whole new like wardrobe, man, do it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Go to the thrift.
Yes.
Go to the thrift. I don't know how your options are in your area. Maybe branch out from that. Maybe that's another thing you need to be pushed from your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. And also, if the clothes that you have currently are no longer representing you, Goodwill, Salvation Army, drop-offs, women's shelters, men's shelter, like just shelters, period. Like go and give back to the community. There is so much fulfillment that you can have in that, whether it's like going to a swap. I think
that's so cool too.
They're going to be trying to organize a swap soon too. So I'm excited for that. And just doing all the things. Found a community, period.
Yeah, a community.
And we've since found a community that we've been connecting with and really enjoy. And they're going to be organizing some swaps. And I believe we're going to do some garden type stuff and giving back to the community, because that is something that also fuels the fire of Sagittarius. There's nothing like a good like attaboy, attagirl for a Sagittarius. Because it's like, oh yeah, I did something good and I'm helping. And
it's
like
a pat on the back.
And it's that again, it's that collective energy of like, yes, all together now. All together now. Like Sagittarius isn't let's all hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
No.
But also like, but let's do the things together.
They also feed like the whole doing it together. They feed off other
energy.
People.
Yeah.
And it like intensifies
anything that they've got going on.
And I think that's awesome, because I think everybody at this point, at this time with the Sag moon is going to be able to tap into that kind of power,
which is so powerful. So powerful, by the way.
Yes.
Insanely powerful.
Looking at you, Cancers. Tapping.
Sorry.
So the sun is in Gemini, meaning information and communication, all that. And then you have the moon being illuminated by Sag, and that's its opposite sign.
Sun, Gemini, moon, Sagittarius. We're doing Scrabble.
Yes.
Mental Scrabble. That's a good
it is metaphor. Because of the two opposing signs, you've got like this mental Scrabble thing going on. Gemini is putting down together, and you got Sag, who was like, well, how do I fit like my fiery ass in here? Like,
like, can I sit with you?
Yeah.
A little bit. And it's like, but a Sag would never ask, can I sit with you? They
they would just flop down.
And be like,
I'm here whether you like it or not.
Here I am.
Here. Major clueless vibes.
Obviously, the sign of Sagittarius is Archer, and that's kind of aiming high, shooting for the stars, thinking about philosophy. It's time for like that deep introspection, things that you are maybe a little shying away from right now. If you're kind of feeling a little of the advocacy in you, like your voice is very, very strong right now, but also you are wanting to do things together, working together. Maybe there are some things that have been holding you back, and those are the things you need to release in this full moon. If you need to have a good cry it out so you can be the best fiery self that you can, because there's all types of energies coinciding with this stuff. And with the opposing signs, you're going to have lots of conflicting feelings, and you're going to have to be traversing that very, very carefully with this upcoming month or so at this point, because it's going to be the pre, the post, and then the next one. And because it's a supermoon, it is extra fueled, extra supercharged, double hemi, all the things.
Put your stuff out.
Yes.
Like,
yes. Charge.
This is our huge, it's a good one because it's also fire, and fire is very cleansing. So
kill it with fire.
Yes.
Let all the energy of all the crazy air and water stuff that we've been having going on, and just let it burn, let it evaporate away, literally, in your tools, your tarot, your crystals, any bundles that you have that you've been burning, like let it be out there to get cleansed fully. And maybe even do a little sound bath yourself.
I love sound baths.
Sound bath is so good. Oh my gosh, my eyelash. Please, girl.
Please, eyelash.
Okay.
Billie Eyelash.
Billie Eyelash. That one time that we went to, Chloe and I went to Walmart.
Yeah.
The closest one. And we're walking back to the Jeep and stuff like that. We're all done with Walmart. And these two boys, maybe preteen boys, are like, oh my God, it's Billie. And I was just like, can I have your autograph? And I was like, you guys are ridiculous.
But thank you. Yeah.
Oh, and it was so funny. Her. And they're like, come on, Billie. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Billie. Thank you. Thank you, but also no.
Also no thanks.
Yeah.
That's a lot
I'm not trying to carry that around.
Yeah. It's a lot to carry.
Exactly. And I'm not picking up with that, what that's putting down. This full moon really amazing. This full moon really brings the illumination and cultivation of the themes of finding your truths, any things that needed to come to light, and also the ideas and the new horizons that are being called to you as a whole. Those things that you've been pushing down, you are no longer going to be able to push them down anymore, which we're grateful. We're grateful that it's time to brighten up that spot in your brain, in your heart, in your spirit that pulls you out. And that's such a Sagittarius thing.
Yeah.
And that's such a fire sign thing to do, which is so good.
Yep.
Instead of focusing on the potential challenges, we are going to be turning this into an opportunity to not be a stick in the mud. Let's look at this full moon as an opportunity to reject our limitations and embrace optimism. All those roadblocks that we are thinking and that we are feeling, it's time to let those go. That's part of this whole release. Full moon release. We're going to keep saying it. Full moon is release.
Yeah.
Inhale. Good shit. Exhale. Bullshit.
That's right. Oh, very good. So it's a call for adventure and to embrace these new opportunities without the fear of petty fears. So, there's a place for your actual founded fears, but we also have to realize that some of them are not founded. And a lot of them are stemming from like anxiety and deep places of comfort in that anxiety. When you are so used to a place and the change is uncomfortable, we're gonna forget that, because literally as soon as you leave that change, you're gonna be on a mental, spiritual, even physical vacation for your mind, I guess, and your body, if you embrace it fully. And this is the time to just take it by the horns and run. I mean, Sag is just so good with that. And I think that's really what's showcasing here.
For the fire signs, is owning that energy, owning that fire energy, because even shit is warm and cozy, but you're not, you don't want that. You don't want that for yourself anymore. Maybe a past version of you, or maybe you a few years ago would have been like, oh my God, this is the best spot for me to be in. I'm irradiating with all this stuff. Right. But now it's become like yucky and complacent. Yeah. You're a prisoner by your own design, and you need to break out of that and just kind of
bend those bars and wiggle out, He-Man that.
Yeah. Just be so ready to just
my gosh,
open it up and step out anew.
So true.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
That felt.
And fire signs, don't forget, this is your zone. You know this well. You've been here, and it's where you thrive in. So don't worry about it. You get the zest. Take that zest. All right. Be the lemon zest. All right.
Not the stress, depressed lemon zest either.
that the little squiggle thing that sometimes is in a gin and martini thing kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, be the little
squiggle zest.
Be like that little pleasant, oh, how beautiful. How lovely.
It'll boost your optimism. And that's what you need sometimes too. Because I mean, as much as you guys are so like go forward, that fire, that like energy, when it's over, that it's like a letdown of energy. But what you need to do is
the curtain closes,
let that energy I don't want to say like, you're never going to stay up here. It's like a
crash
workout.
when you come down.
Yeah. Like you get tired, right? But that tiredness isn't depression. As a fire sign, I know this well too. Like if you're not busy, if you're not doing things, you're thinking, well, I'm sitting here. Obviously I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing. Yeah. What? Like what? This isn't my natural way. So that is something that's encouraging too. It's great that you're going to have these highs, but do not forget that those highs need rest. That rest is not a dip. It is literally
it's a necessary
rest.
You see it as an evil. And if you want to see it that way, it's a necessary evil for you to be able to go up to your next highest potential. Because without it, you're going to just crash.
Yeah. And you can still be happy at rest, which is just so wild because it's hard to grasp that. Yeah, especially with our society too. Like that might not even be all for fire signs too. Our society, it pushes us to be productive all the time. Yeah. And so when you're sitting, it's like, oops, well, now I need to see a doctor. Obviously there's something going on here,
It's like, no, like maybe you're just needing some really deep rest, and maybe with all the other stuff you have going on, it's just going to like make everything like zipper on into place because you need that time that comes when it comes down.
Yes.
But maybe like if you want to think of it in a more metaphorical, like adventurous aspect, you're like, all right, when you go on a quest and you're like, you're like, if you would need to be all like King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table and stuff like that. It's like, all right, you're going out for your quest. Okay. But before your quest, what do? You pack up. You need food for the long journey. You need water. You need to make sure that you're all packed up. You're preparing yourself for the quest.
Yeah.
And then when you're back, you need to replenish before you can go out again. And so take like that energy with you. Exactly. Yeah.
Like when
you have to go back to your hideout and drop off your stuff.
Inventory full.
Energy
depleted. Lay down.
Put your bed down. Yeah. Lay down. Yes. Save your progress. Because that's the other thing too is like
save your progress.
All your progress isn't lost if you rest. I promise.
Yes.
My earth signs, we are getting called the ever-living out. We are being told that this Sagittarian energy is a time where we can relinquish our control and our rigidity and our expectations. And I'm over here like, a girl say, what?
I know, right? Yeah.
Because no, thank you.
I don't want to do that.
I really don't want to do that. But that tells me that because I don't want to do that, it's more so necessary for me to do that, to relinquish the chokehold that the expectations, the attention to detail, the organization has on me, and that I am going to need to just kind of loosey-goosey go with the flow, and that makes me feel sick saying it, but it's something that is necessary. And maybe there's an outside event coming in for you. I'm not sure what it is, but it is going to take you and be like, oh, you didn't want to relinquish the control? Barrel roll. Here we go. And to the next.
Have to.
And then you're going to be knocked off your feet, and you're going to feel like you just had the wind knocked out of you by this fire energy. And you're just like, whoa, I just got ran over. Turning inward instead of flashing outward is going to be your friend during this time. I know that's going to be a big one for me. I can't be upset about the things that I didn't create. I need to know that going forward, that this is exactly what I need to be doing for the next kind of transition into the year, and that I want to finish off the year strong And that in order for me to do that, I have to relinquish this power. I have to broaden my horizons. I have to step out of my comfort zone. And those are all things that I hate doing. And I know that there's this need to push because I did finally understand, the light bulb went off in my brain, that resting is prioritizing things, that this is all good, that this is fine. So I don't know what the deal is with everything else as far as the thoughts, feelings, and emotions leading up to it. But I do know that this fiery energy is going to create conflict with this Gemini energy that we have, and that it's going to want us to take the moment and be like, all right, what do we really want? And then go for it. Cause that's that Sag energy. 125%.
And it's competing for a reason. Sages love competition.
Oh yeah. A little friendly competition, but compete with yourself, not with other people.
Yes, please.
It's not a competition with other. This is not the time to go on Instagram and doom scroll until you're like upset. And then you're like, well, now I want to do something with my life. Don't do that. That's really not healthy mentally, physically, anything. Your poor eyes strain, the brain rot that it does. I'm not saying don't doom scroll. Because that's not what I'm saying. We all do it. It's okay. Yeah. But when we're doing it, we're not like, oh, look at what they have and I don't. And just being like, like I'm let down. And it's like, well,
like, I should be further along.
Yeah. You don't know what that person did or what struggles they face, because they only the good parts. You don't get to see the crying. You don't get to see the up until 3 a.m. You don't get to see like the times people told them no. You're not seeing all their failures. You're only seeing their successes. So understand that this fiery energy is going to allow you to put that all into yourself. You're like, I need to, all systems go. I need to put the coals in the steam engine so I can go full steam ahead, because that's what the Sag energy wants you to do ultimately.
100%. It's interesting because earth signs, you know, they're so grounded, and but you've got to realize that sometimes the ground catches fire too. Yep. So
scorched earth.
It's okay. It's okay to.
We started the beginning of the year off with scorched earth, so it's crazy that at the middle of the year that here we are, kind of middle of the year. Yeah. So next we'll move on to the air signs. You guys have the moon in Sagittarius, but you've got that sun in Gemini, and it is creating a buzzing hub for communication, for intellectual things. You need to do that debate. If there's a little team, if there's a little something, go do it, please. It's been screaming at you for the last 2 sessions at this point, or 2 episodes, which is crazy because that's like almost 2 months of stuff. So for 2 months, it's like literally telling you the same
screaming
thing.
At you.
Like it's literally yelling at you, go do the things. With that, you need to be careful because you've been adapting a little bit of narrow-mindedness, and on your social media and in your personal life, you are starting to create an echo chamber, and you're just getting the same ideas tossed around you and just going, yes, yes, yes. And that's not what you need to be doing right now. You need to be taking in new perspectives, new ideas, and seeing from perspectives that aren't normally your own. You have to take yourself out of the equation and like all of your like, this is what I think, this is what I feel, this is what I know, and be open to educating yourself. Because while you love intellectual simulation and talking and doing all the things, you are also in a spot where you've just been hearing the same thing over and over. And so now it's like old hat, and people are going to stop listening to you if you're just saying the same thing over and over again. You sound like a broken record player, and no one wants to hear that. But also, it doesn't do anything for you to keep spouting off the same information. Right. So you need to take that moment, internalize your stuff, and be like, yes, I can hold my beliefs, my philosophies, and my knowledge while listening to other people's and taking them in without taking them on as my own, which is very, very deep and very, very difficult. So I'm not saying this is easy. I'm saying it's extremely difficult, and that you're going to have a hard time with this fiery energy shaking everything up in your life. Yeah. And that's across the things. When you're looking at your socials and your For You page is just a bunch of the same. We love that, and it's comfy and it feels safe. But also, we don't know what the other side is anymore because we're so used to hearing the same. Because
it's comfortable.
Exactly. even shit is warm and cozy.
Yeah, I love that. That's so good.
It's like as an air sign, you do not want to be sitting in your poopy diaper.
No,
you don't.
That's not freeing. That's not flying free.
No, that sounds wet and gross.
Yeah, it sounds like a water sign. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut that off.
Oh no.
Love you.
The final thing that I want to leave you, air signs. Wow. Good morning. The final note that I want to end on with you, air signs, is that I would like you to break all those indecisive thoughts and feelings and emotions that you've been having and holding on to, because you are not letting go of them. And that is what this full moon is telling you to release. Release those indecisive moments. Just let them go. Water off a duck's back.
Yeah. Roll.
Let the breeze roll through fully. And take it in stride. You'll be okay.
100%.
Oh, it thought about it.
Water signs. Hi. Smile, because your emotional distress is going to feel a lot lighter because of this Sag moon. What's awesome is you know how we were speaking about how some of these other signs, it's gonna feel foreign because their comfortability is in the negative. It's kind of the same for you guys, but in a sense where you are almost craving that positive thing.
Okay.
Like I know like a lot of water signs, they like to wallow.
Cancer. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, poor cancers, dudes.
And Pisces, actually, the wallowing.
Yeah.
No, the wallowing is real.
It's the wallowing.
And we're not saying don't wallow.
Yeah. And like if there's a situation that warrants it, wallow.
Wallow away.
Right.
Sashay away.
Sashay away.
Wallow away.
Yes. So, but this is a really great time and opportunity for you guys to take that positive energy and integrate it with your deep, deep emotions. You can take these deep emotions with the positivity and create something totally new. And I think you need to jump on that. This is an opportunity to almost explore something within yourself that I don't think you even knew was there. So whatever your fire has lit up in your water, which is impossible. You know what I mean?
But yes and no.
It's in a bubble.
Because I'm almost like I was staring out into the abyss because I was just like, you know how like distilling works, you know, you're using the heat to, but you're extracting like the best, most purest form of it. I feel like the fire is really like taking the heaviness away from you. So it's literally dissolving into the mist, like all the ick, like rising up out of the flames, literally, because you have had so much to wallow about. That's what I'm feeling. It's like you've been having the pit in your stomach, you've been having like the hole in your heart, you've been having the hurt feelings, the very hurt feelings, and things aren't going the way you want them to, and this Sagittarius energy is going to come through and be like, all right, let me lift some of this off of you.
And wondering why. I think that it's so easy for you guys to take these emotions and say to yourself, you know what, I deserve this. But you don't. And you try to, I think it's easier for us to find something to blame it on.
Yeah. Or expecting the bad thing to happen because, oh, well, this always happens type of thing. And it's like, no, it shouldn't
it's not,
though.
Yeah.
And it's not a you thing.
Right.
It's a them thing.
Yes.
I'm
and
telling
I think
you,
right
it's
now,
a them thing.
You're, because of that Sag energy is coming through. I don't know about you guys, but Sag is like, cut the bullshit. You know what I mean? And so it's pushing you to be like, you know what? I don't deserve this.
Correct.
And I deserve this happiness over here, and I'm going to go get it. And it's so rare for you guys to advocate for yourselves like that. So please do. Once you get that freaking Sag fire,
let it burn.
Go. Distill. Okay.
Distill.
Oh my goodness. But
cleanse the impurities.
Yep. Take it and run.
Of the ick in the mind.
Yes.
And the ick in the life.
Yes. Cut out people if you need to. That's really hard for you guys. You're bleeding hearts, and it's wonderful. It is, to a degree, till you're getting steps all over. So just cut it out.
Stomped.
Cut it. There's people you need to cut out. I've said this before in another episode. Just negative people that are almost encouraging your wallowing to a point where they encourage you to wallow in something that doesn't deserve to be wallowed in. It's like, oh,
they're trying to drag you down with them, and like you're letting them. And that's why like the theme of cut these people out, because you're like, oh, well, sometimes they're good to me. Well, but sometimes they're really not. And it's like,
and how often?
What's the frequency, and how often are they really stomping and like extinguishing your own internal flame?
Are you waiting for this like crumb that they give you?
Yeah, don't get breadcrumbed.
Yeah, no, we're not Hansel and Greteling this. We're gonna. Oh, she be moving though. She's meaning something. This is saying something. I don't know, but that's what I'm feeling. Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna leave the water signs. You guys are great. This is a really great time for you, and really, really lean into it.
It's an empowering time for you, honestly, because with all the thoughts, feelings, and emotions swirling in your head all the time, keeping you down, weighing you down like these little literal lead weights.
It's deafening.
It's so overwhelming, and that's why you guys tend to hold on to so much more than it seems like other signs, because you feel like it's warranted, it's deserved, or like that this is just the way your life is, and it doesn't have to be.
Sometimes they are not justifications. And logically, maybe you could be like, well, A and B led to C.
But it shouldn't have happened that way.
No. It shouldn't have. So
because you thinking that B is even normal is part of the problem.
Yes.
Because just you existing shouldn't create problems in your life.
Right.
Unless you need to do some introspective work or some personal growth on your own, or do some shadow work maybe to kind of push past all the magnetism towards like the negativity and the icky types of people and stuff like that. Because clearly you are this beacon, and the ick is like, all right, let's swarm this like moths to a
rare
flame
earth magnet level, you know?
Yeah, like we're just sucking it all in, and it's like no, like we're gonna try to repel, but we clearly need to change something in order to start repelling it. And we're hoping that this full moon and Sag energy, this fieriness, is going to help you get rid of that. Like
it will.
Here's the scissors, you know?
Yes. Along those lines, release emotional burdens that hinder your growth with those scissors.
With those scissors.
All right.
I cut my bangs with some rusty kitchen scissors.
So, yeah, I did that. I did a couple weeks ago. Tapped in. I just was sick of it. I'm like, oh, this hair. That's why I'm getting a cut, man. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's over.
GG's.
It's GG's.
It's a good game for the hair.
Yeah.
Ripperoni and cheese.
Yeah, ripperoni and cheese. We're going pixie. So next time you see me, I'll probably be in a pixie cut.
You're like, I'll have a new do. And hopefully I'll have some hair color, because...
Yeah, girl, yeah.
My roots are rooting.
They're rooting for you.
And as... I love that, actually. A positive light on my obnoxiously overgrown roots.
Sagittarius is coming through with that too. Yeah.
Our opposing signs have really been coming through a lot in this episode.
This is, you've been stuck in your head. You don't know where you're going.
Who was the first one that I flipped to? 5 of Cups, right?
Was it? Yeah. I'm going to let her read the card meaning, and then I'm going to elaborate some more. But really, this is all about you being in your own annoying headspace is what I'm feeling. Is annoyance.
Okay. The 5 of Chalices brings a period of introspection into the labyrinth of our emotions, our sentiments. It's a period of reflection and solitude that could bring us to reconciliation or retreat. The initial resistance, disappointment, or prudence can be transformed successfully into something else. Stay with your emotions and let them overwhelm you. Let them flow and follow their course. As Only in this way will you arrive at a new harmony and good alliance.
Yeah. So I think that with, you know how we were talking in some of these parts of this episode, how it's really good to find comfortable. It's not really good, but you find it really good to be in the comfortability, even if it's shit. Okay. Yeah. This is what this is. You are feeling way too much comfort in your situation. Somebody out there, you have been dealt a lot of really bad cards, and you have taken those cards and said, you know, this is just my life. We were discussing that. This is just my life. This is how it goes. This is what it is. But
it doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be. And honestly, you've been accepting it.
You've been allowing this to keep going with this person either staying in your life or staying at a job that you hate, or like being in a situation that you don't want to be in.
I'm hearing you tolerate it. Oh, you don't need to tolerate. You're tolerating. Why?
Yuck.
You know, you only YOLO. You only
you only live once.
You know, like
someone said, "Thank God."
Thank God.
Thank God we only live once, because I couldn't do it again. And I'm like, what do you mean, Virginia?
Oh my God. That is wild.
Savagery.
Okay. We got the 3 of Wands.
Okay, so Wands is creative, to do, and flame. Wow, shocking with the fire sign.
So
that we
wild.
got a lot of flames.
Yes.
This is a dynamic arcana, active and positive, that encourages improvement and virtue through an explosion of vital energy. The 3 of Wands guides us towards new undertakings, the beginning of new occasions, and also new relationships that could lead to further business or affections. If reversed, however, this push could be obscured or interrupted, bringing with it negligence and a static situation. In this moment, you do not require the help of anyone. Proceed with energy towards your new creation.
It's so fitting for right now. The brain where you felt comfortable, now you're like, okay, I can explore new adventures, new horizons, and what comes from that is going to be such a beautiful thing. Don't sleep on it. You know, it's interesting because this bird has like this thing in its mouth, and it looks like it's taken it. And so it's taking its opportunity and
running
going. That's what you need to do. And he's amongst flowers that are growing from something that is dead and not serving you anymore. There's flowers.
Very constant themes today across the board.
Oh, yeah. All right, we got 6 of Wands.
Ooh, lots of...
I told you, lots of Wands.
Okay, the dynamicism, energy, and creativity of this suit finds expression in this card of victory, openness, and public celebration.
Ooh.
It is possible to advance in your career, to realize profits and interests long desired. It can, however, also bring with it negative aspects of delays, deceleration, or abandonment of previously programmed projects.
Okay. That makes so much sense.
Commit with boldness and with complete awareness of your gifts and your energy, but control your desires and your expectations that could cause you to make silly mistakes.
Okay, so a few things I want to hit on here. The usual is not the good. What did it say about, like, you know, past projects? That could be anything. That could be literal projects. It could be yourself. You could be literally doing things you think people want from you, but they're not what you're good at.
No one's expecting that of you. Mm-hmm. You're projecting other people's expectations onto you.
Yeah.
And that's got to stop.
It's got to stop because it's not serving you. You're drowning. You're not progressing. You are trying to keep the peace in a way. And we don't want to be doing that. We're not peacekeepers. We are, okay, we're in the Sag energy. We're
life livers.
We're living life, and we're going to show others that are around us that they can do the same.
Yep.
So,
woohoo.
Yes, love that.
All right.
All right. 5 of Wands. I told you.
The spark of new desire prepares to blaze into a new adventure, a new activity. just as something unexpected and positive, onto which focus will bring new projects and successes. If reversed, the situation could become difficult and controversies, with doubts, losses, and aggressive competition could present itself. Be clear about the actual situation in order to choose the most honest way which to face a new and brilliant project. So, gang, you're going to have your time in the sun, but not if you don't let go of the crud.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's telling you, here's what you want right here.
It's right here.
I'm showing it to you, and you're like, I like this poop better.
Yeah, because it's familiar.
I like this rock instead of the shiny diamond over there.
Yeah.
But like, imagine being like, gosh, I've always wanted a huge diamond ring. I've always wanted a huge diamond ring. And the diamond ring is like, am I a joke to you?
Yeah.
And
no,
then
no, it's a meme.
And the rock's like,
Oh my God. That's so funny.
and the rock's like, I'm right here. And you're like, yeah, I love this rock. It's exactly what I didn't want.
It's
Yay.
been with me.
Forever.
And this
ever.
rock, it's been with
familiar. We have history.
We're done.
I'm going to hiss your Turi in a minute.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, his story. Yeah.
But it's like, imagine saying that you want something and then being content with something that's not that.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're settling.
You can be content when things aren't going your way. Mm-hmm. When like there's other plans going on, things change, whatever outside of your control. But when you're doing it to yourself, that's
I know. I just felt like a romantic relationship for a second here. Complacency isn't happiness. You have been like, I can live. I don't know who this is. You've been like, I can live with this behavior. I can live with it. But can you thrive and live? Like, what is living to you? Is living giving up?
Or the bare minimum?
For the bare minimum.
Or hardly ever meeting expectations. Like, it'd be the same thing. It's so funny. It's like, if you were at a job thing and someone was like, well, you're below expectations and like, we don't see any progression in you. We're going to have to let you go. But like, you don't see that in a relationship or maybe with like a family member or like even an acquaintance turned friendship. And it's just like, all right, like what's going on here? Like maybe we need to create some distance first before we can do any cutting off, but some cutting off would be great.
Yeah. Cut it off. Cut it off at the pass.
Snip, snip, mother trucker.
Yes. I don't know what happened, but I'm like, I need to look at the bottom. So 6 of Pentacles.
Okay. We are in the present, but in front of a precarious equilibrium.
Oh,
wow.
Shit.
Hanging in the balance. An alternation that swings like a pendulum between positive and negative. It could make our physical and economic situation unstable. While waiting for a solution and ulterior evolution, it will be time, fluid and unilateral, never stopping, that will make the situation evolve and enable us to overcome eventual obstacles.
Damn.
Proceed with the audacity and without haste, working hard and keeping yourself focused on the present. What you desire will arrive when the time is ripe. Not when the time is right, when the time is ripe.
Meaning when it's time.
And this is,
not
of course,
forced time.
Pentacles, money, material center, to live, earth, all that stuff. Things with health and the physical aspects of roles in the world. Green, obviously, money identifies with this. Feet, legs, corresponding body for the suit. Yeah, it's
if
just
you are,
really saying.
someone's having a knee problem. Thank you for bringing that up. When you said it was
knee problem,
I heard knee, and I'm thinking it's the right one, and you feel a lot of pain right here in the back of the knee.
Oh, okay.
So you, I don't know if that's you. Go to the doctor.
go to the doctor.
So I'm like, that's not.
You're like, that's not mine.
That's not mine. So yeah, get that knee pain checked out, bro.
But
please do that. We don't want no torn meniscus if that's what this is.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what it is, but it's directly in the middle of the armpit of
the knee
what
pit.
Is the knee pit. Okay.
We call it the knee.
The knee pit.
The elbow pit, knee pit,
elbow pit,
arm pit.
Yeah.
All the pits.
Foot pit. No, I'm kidding.
Right? The in between.
Yes. For everybody else, though, before I wrap that up and we get our tea, this card is, it's funny because it's almost like going in between the Gemini thing with the pendulum and going between two
Going back and forth.
attitudes, you know, like it's just encouraging you to do everything that we've been talking about today, which
And to
is
take
just
the
like
chance, too.
going and going.
And pushing past, because the
you'll get
obstacles
it.
will be there. Yes, of course. We're not saying it's going to be a walk in the park or a cakewalk, but,
Oh, never.
but it's going to be worth it.
Nothing is easy. Something that was interesting as well is that, you know, when I was saying that complacency isn't happiness, there was something about economic disruption and life disruption. Sometimes those life disruptions and those economic disruptions lead you to better. So you're like, oh no, I don't know how I'm going to make it through the next couple months if I do this. Firstly, you've made it this far. You're going to make it.
Exactly.
You're going to make it. But you cannot look at a situation and turn a blind eye to it because you think
you know the outcome
you
already.
know the outcome.
Because
But
you don't.
You don't know. That's what this is telling you.
Stop blocking your blessings.
Yes.
You can be your biggest wingman and hype man, but you can
Yeah.
also be your biggest cock block.
Well, yeah.
In life.
Total.
And not just with relationships, but with like your job, with like your health, with your finances. You're like, oh, why am I not having the financial wealth and abundance that I'm supposed to be having?
Right.
Well, what the are you spending
Yes.
it on? And are you conscious of where it's going and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And do you understand?
Question everything too. You, this okay, well, if I'm not asking questions, nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
No, baby, no.
Definitely not.
You need to ask questions. So if you think things are going like sideways and you're like, I'm just going to ignore this.
Clarification. Get the clarification that you need so that you can move forward with that certainty that it's talking about.
Yep.
Because you deserve to be able to have your time in the sun. And if you don't do the hard thing, if you don't do take on your tower, so to speak, then you're not going to be able to have that time in the sun. And then the only person who's standing in your way at that point is you. But it sounds like from that reading that there are some people that have some extenuating circumstances where there's someone outside controlling some of maybe their finances or like their place to live or whatever's going on. But that instability is going to catapult you into the next good thing in your life instead of another new struggle. But it's going to be hard.
Go into problem solving mode.
Yes.
Because as soon as you cut something off, you have to start thinking, you know what? What's the next right thing?
Yeah.
And that's how you get where you need to go.
What is the next step?
Yeah.
And if you are confused on what to do about that, like honestly, AI is there.
Yes.
Google's there. Your friends are there. Whether they give you the right information or not, sometimes it's nice to just like, I don't know, spitball.
Yeah.
Throw the ball against the wall.
Yes.
So get some movement flowing in the brain.
Yeah.
And speak it out.
Throat chakra, people.
Yeah. Throat chakra.
Oh yeah. I was clearing my throat. I was like,
you're like literally, you're like, why is the frog in my throat? And you're like, no, I need it.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna get that fire energy and just smoke them out.
Yeah, right. Don't get heartburn. I don't know.
Please no. Let's hop into our tea.
Yay!
Astrolatea. Oh my goodness. All right, we are back with our tea. Our tea pick for today is a fiery warming blend of spices. This is the Celestial Seasonings Bengal Spice Tea, and it is a caffeine free, so it's, herbal tea means caffeine free. There's no tea leaves in it, but it's got a lot of warming properties. It has cinnamon, nutmeg, black pepper, cardamom, the works. Some things even say that there's date for that hint of sweetness. So it's got a little bit of everything, like that fieriness that we're experiencing from the Sagittarius moon. And it is a great accompaniment to any of your witchy doings.
Mm-hmm. It smells so good.
It's so spicy.
Oh, yeah.
It's rich. It's warm. It's got that little kick from the pepper. I do love me some cardamom. Cardamom's
too.
So good.
It's so warming. Like, just not even, like, to the, like, your tongue, but, like, here.
Yeah. The heart and the body.
So, I don't know what it is. It's such a comfort It's so comforting.
It's soothing. It's a
Yeah.
soothing tea. So with the fieriness that's going on around us, if you need something to kind of take the edge off, a little soothing, you can still enjoy the fiery flames, but
Yeah.
a little cooler.
Yes. And it smells like just so good. It's like a chai.
Yeah.
It's like a chai.
Yeah.
So if
minus
you
the
put
black
milk
tea.
in there. Oh,
Yeah, some honey, some milk, whatever sweetener of your choice, straight up sugar.
Yeah.
Tear it up. This
Yeah.
would be
Simple syrup.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Or vanilla. Yeah, I think it said something about vanilla in there too.
Oh, okay.
You kind of smell it. The faintest notes.
My God,
But
I
yeah,
could drink.
very good.
It's like
like a jug.
perfect. Honestly,
You're like,
So
this is
good.
what I need.
this is what I needed.
Thank you guys for joining us on this episode talking about the full moon in Sagittarius and how it's going to be affecting the astrological signs on this forecast that we had going on. Thank you for hanging out while we pulled some tarot cards. No stone associated with this one, just because it didn't really feel
It
the
didn't.
call for it. I didn't think we
No.
needed any grounding because this is a call to action.
Yes.
So if you can take anything from this episode, release the things that you can't control, release the narrow-mindedness and the indecision, release the need to feel like you're the one causing the problems, and also release the chokehold that fear has on your new horizons.
And jump in.
Jump
Yeah.
in. Be all in.
All in.
Thank you guys. Don't forget to follow us on all of our socials. We have TikTok, Instagram, and obviously here on YouTube. We are Astrolatea _ on the other two. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. May your stars align and your tea be divine. Stay starry.
And stay steamy.
Bye.
Bye.
Majestic.
Oh, this is so good. This is such a good one.
Oh, yeah. It's gone.
I know. I'm like...